Welcome back to the Perks Recap Yankees Edition podcast. Um, the Yankees continue to play well, taking 2 out of 3 from Minnesota, taking 3 out of 4 from Baltimore, taking care of business really, and their spot in the playoffs seems pretty secure. They've got some more work to do, and nothing is locked in yet, but they're playing well. They've got some opponents that they should be able to handle coming up. So it looks like they're going to make it. It looks like they're going to be the number one wild card, which means they will get a home series in the wild card round. There's an outside chance that they can catch Toronto, the Blue Jays, and be the division winner, which would be great. They're 2 games back with 6 to go. It's difficult. They have to they have to go something like 5-1. Toronto's got to struggle and go like 2-4, 3-3, something like that. And it's a 2-game lead for Toronto, but it's really 3 because they own the tiebreaker. So 3 games behind with 6 to go. That's not going to do it. So I don't think that's going to happen unless the Yankees go like 6-0 and Toronto goes like 2-4 or something like that. Or even if they go 6-0, I think maybe even 3-3 might work. But whatever, either way, let's just go on the assumption that they're going to be the number one wild card, and they're going to host the number 3 wild card, and we'll see who that's going to be, or the number 2 wild card. I'm sorry. We'll see who that's going to be. It was the Red Sox for a long time, but now they're falling as well. Uh, Cleveland has been making a push. Seattle, of course. So it's all up in the air for the wild cards positioning. Um, so we'll have to see the rest of the way. Anyway, getting to the series, like I said, the Yankees did take care of business. The first game, they lost 7-0, got 2 hit. I mean, nothing. Woods Richardson just put them in a funk. 6 innings, 11 Ks. The Yankees could not do anything against him in that first game. Another situation, though, where they played on Sunday night going into Monday, and had to play on Monday. So they play Sunday night in Boston, get on a plane, fly to Minnesota, and it seems like that's something that they don't like. It doesn't bode well for them. Whenever that happens, that first game, they really get in a funk. But the second game, they woke up and scored 10 runs. This was an interesting one as well. Um, they had a big lead. They had a 6, 7, 8, 9. They had a 10, I think it was 10-1. Yeah, a 10-1 lead by the time the 5th inning rolled around. And then Minnesota got 3 in the 5th and 4 in the 6th and then 1 in the ninth to get within 1 run. But they did hold them off. They survived that game and won 10-9. Thankfully, no errors committed in this one. Grisham hit a home run his 31st. They were 7 for 16 with runners, 7 left on base. Bellinger stole his 12th base. Caballero stole his 47th. Judge was caught stealing. Schlittler did not have his best stuff, his really good quality stuff. 4 2/3 innings, 4 runs, five walks. So he did not have it. Cruz mopped up the rest of the rest of the 5th inning, and then Yarborough just came in and got bombed. Wow. A third of an inning, 4 earned runs, 4 hits, 1 K. Leiter Jr. came on for an inning and 2/3. Devin Williams came on, didn't give up anything more on him later. And Bednar did give up a run in the ninth on a solo home run. He came on, it was 10-8. That made it 10-9, but then he locked it down for his 25th save. And Grisham had 2 hits and 3 ribs. Rice had 3 for 4. Stanton was 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs as well. Volpe was 2 for 4. Austin Wells was 2 for 4. So the Yankees got a lot of hits. They had 16 hits in this one in the 10 runs that they scored. So they got the job done there. And the next day was 10-5. So 2 days in a row they scored 10 runs. Got the hitting shoes on after that weak game one performance in this series. Judge, I'm sorry, Grisham hit another home run. He had 2 home runs actually. He's got 33 at this point. Bellinger hit his 29th as well. They were 5 for 9 with runners in scoring position. That's really, really good. Judge actually did steal a base, his 12th. And Dominguez stole 2. And Caballero stole 1, his league-leading 48th. Luis Gil, not a great outing, 4 2/3, 4 runs, 2 walks, 9 hits, a lot of hits there. Fernando Cruz mopped that up. He pitched an inning and a third. Devin Williams, again, another inning, struck out the side, didn't give up anything. Well, 1 hit. Weaver, 1 hit as well. Weaver's another guy. Weaver's got to get right. He's so important to the Yankees bullpen. He really, really needs to get right because they're going to depend on him in the playoffs. I don't know how protective they're going to be of Devin Williams and how trusting they're going to be of Devin Williams, but I think for sure they're going to be trusting of Weaver, and he has not been pitching all that well, so they need him to get right. That is for sure. And Duvall goes an inning and doesn't give up anything, 2 Ks. And it seems like for as much as he struggled since joining the Yankees, I think it might be something to do with the fact that he's so used to the ninth inning and like he's a ninth inning kind of guy. And you bring him in these other innings because he's not the closer and it's not working as well because every time they've used him in the ninth inning, he's been good. And every time they use him somewhere other than the ninth inning, he's been trash. We'll have to see. Yeah, so 10 runs, again, a lot of hits, 12 hits. Grisham, 2 for 5, four RBIs. Was that a grand slam? I'm just checking real quick, sorry. No, it wasn't. Okay. Um, Judge was 3 for 4, getting that batting average back up in the 330 range. He had dropped down into the the high teens, 318 in that range. But he's hitting again at a good pace, and he's at 329 at this point. Bellinger, 2 for 4, 3 RBIs as well. He's been so good this year. Goldschmidt was 2 for 4, and Volpe didn't play. So Volpe's not playing every single day, which of course I'm fine with. So then they go to Baltimore on the 18th. First game, Max Fried pitches, and he pitches an absolute gem. Max Fried, 7 innings, no runs, 13 strikeouts, 3 hits, 1 walk, ERA down now to 2.92. Fried went through that slump or that whatever period it was. I'm just calling it a slump where he was not pitching all that well for a good, I'd say, 4 to 6 weeks. He wasn't himself, but the last like 2 or 3 weeks, he's gotten back on track and he's pitching fantastic. And of course, this is the time of year you want that, right? You want your best pitcher pitching his best. Blackburn mopped up the rest. Not a ton. They scored 7 runs, and Goldschmidt had 2 hits, and Wells had 2 hits. They only had 9 hits. They had some sacrifice flies. I know Judge had one. Volpe stole a base. Caballero was actually caught stealing, and so was Jazz. So they kind of pieced it together, these runs that they got here. There was no home runs at all, and they still scored 7 runs. That's pretty cool. That's good to see. I mean, they're going to rely on the home runs. They're a home run hitting team. They lead the league, obviously. It's going to happen. That's what they're going to depend on for sure. But every once in a while, it is nice to see that they don't need them all the time. And and in the playoffs, you got to be able to win anyway. Any way possible, anything you can do. Okay, game two, they lost 2-4 or 4-2. Uh, Will Warren pitched, but he didn't pitch bad at all. 5 and a third, 4 hits, 1 earned run, but 3 runs scored. Two walks and 4 Ks. And then Cruz, Hill, Duvall, and Leiter all came in afterwards. Hill gave up another run. I'm a little concerned about him because he's been so good all year, and he's really been faltering lately. And the Yankees bullpen has been getting really, really knocked around and hard to trust, and that can't be. You need to get back in the trust in some of these guys. And Hill now, like I said, all year he was so good, and I want to depend on him. And they're going to depend on him for left-handed relief, that's for sure. And he's got to get straight. He's not on the right track right now, that's for sure. No home runs in this one. They only scored 2. Warren had a fielding error, and then Jazz had a throwing error, his 16th. We get on Volpe for all the errors. Jazz has quite a few too. 16 errors is a lot. I know some of it would be when he was at third, but anyway, Jazz did also have a home run. I missed his home run, and that was his 30th, which means he was 30-30. And the Yankees, for all their accolades and all their history, he's only the third man ever to hit 30-30 for the Yankees. And that's, with that kind of history, that's a big deal. Third guy ever in 120 years or whatever it is that the Yankees have been around, 110 anyway. So that's crazy. And congratulations to him. I know he wanted it. That was evident for sure. But yeah, nobody. They only had 4 hits and nobody had 2. And just Jazz with the home run. And like I said, they lost 4-2. But they did win the series 3 out of 4. So the next game was Saturday the 20th. And Rodon pitched, and they won 6-1. Rodon pitched really well. The starting pitching has been pretty good. Rodon won his 17th game. He went 7 innings, 1 run, 8 Ks, 1 walk, 4 hits. Weaver came on for another inning and struck out 2. And Bednar came on for an inning and struck out 1. So good to see Weaver back-to-back outings not giving up anything. Bellinger stole his 13th base. Volpe stole his 18th base. Stanton hit his 21st home run. Judge hit his 49th home run. Let's see here. Grisham was 2 for 5. Judge was 2 for 4. Stanton was 1 for 3, but 3 RBIs, so I want to mention that. And Volpe was 2 for 3. All right, so all the crap that Volpe's been getting since he was sat down and got the cortisone shot and it was revealed about his shoulder injury, he's not playing every single day. He's still playing most days, but he's not playing every single day. And he's been hitting since he's been back. He was 2 for 3 again. I mean, his season average is only 210, but he's raised it. He was under 200, and he's been so bad at the plate. Uh, it is good to see that he's hitting a little bit, and he hasn't really made any errors. Let's see. Sorry, my screen got stupid. Okay, here we go. Last game of the series was a 7-1 game, 7-1 win in extra innings. How do you get 7 runs when you go to the 10th inning? Well, you score 6 in the 10th. It was 1-1 all game, and then in the 6th inning, in the 10th inning, the Yankees put up 6 runs, Ben Rice hit the big one, a grand slam in the 10th inning, and then Jazz followed up with another one, his 31st. Ben Rice, that was his 24th home run, like I said, a grand slam. Cam Schlittler got back on track as well. 5 1/3, 1 run, 6 Ks. Hill came on for an inning and didn't give up anything. That's good to see. Fernando Cruz, gave him a hit and a walk, but he got through. Weaver only got a third of an inning and walked a guy too. Devin Williams, though, comes on. Another inning, struck out the side again. Bednar actually ended up getting the win because he came on in the ninth. Goes an inning, gives up nothing. Duvall comes on after Bednar goes an inning. He did walk 2 guys, but he got a strikeout, and they survived. They got by there. And like I said, the big blow was Rice with the grand slam. Rice was 4 for 5 with 5 RBIs. Got his batting average now up to 252, a much more respectable number for sure. Caballero 2 for 5. Volpe ended up pinch running and then played shortstop afterwards. And Caballero moved to third. Because McMahon came up and Stanton pinch hit for him, and he walked, and then Volpe pinch ran for him, and he stayed in and played short and got another hit. He was 1 for 2. So good to see that Volpe might be straightening things out. Good to see that Weaver might be straightening things out to get back into the circle of trust here. So we'll see what the last few games has to offer here. We have the White Sox starting on Tuesday, the 23rd, at home, and then Baltimore to end the season also at home. So they're home the rest of the way. They should, if they can take care of business, there's no reason to think that they can't win most of these games. There's no reason to think they can't win all these games, to be honest, if they need it. So we'll see if they can catch Toronto. That's going to be very, very difficult. But they should be able to secure that number 1 wild card position. There's no reason why they shouldn't. And if they do that, they get a home series as well for the wild card round, and we'll take it from there. Yeah, it's been an interesting season, that's for sure. Real quick, going to mention the Kyle Raleigh versus Aaron Judge debate for the MVP. What are we doing? The only way Aaron Judge doesn't win the MVP is if there's voter fatigue, if they just don't want to give him another MVP. They just don't want to do it. Because if you look at all the numbers, it's not, he leads Cal Raleigh in everything except home runs and RBIs, and he's still going to hit 50 home runs or more probably, and have well over 100 RBIs. He leads the league in OPS, on base percentage, slugging percentage, plays a solid right field. Cal Raleigh plays a solid catcher. Yes, catcher is significant. The fact that he's a catcher, the fact that he's a switch hitter, and he's setting records as a switch hitter, setting records as a catcher. I understand all that, but it's not the best catcher award. It's not the best switch hitter award. It's the MVP award. And another big number that I know the voters do use because they've cited it before is WAR, and Judge leads him in that as well. Literally, only home runs and RBIs Cal Raleigh leads. I think he has like 1 or 2 more steals as well, but these guys are not known for their stolen bases. I don't think that's going to impact anything at all. And Judge leads in all these other categories, and it just wouldn't make any sense. The best argument I saw, and I'll share it with you right now as we close this out. If Cal Raleigh took 180 points off his OPS, he would be an average player in terms of OPS. If you took 180 points off of Aaron Judge's OPS, he'd be Cal Raleigh. End of debate. But I could definitely see Cal Raleigh winning it, like I said, simply for voter fatigue and no other reason. if neither one of them had ever won, if Judge had never won an MVP before, he would be the front runner, and he should win really, and it shouldn't really be close, but it probably will be close, and it definitely could be Kyle Raleigh, like I said, for voter fatigue. But anyway, we'll see what happens with that. I mean, that really doesn't really mean anything, so it's no big deal to me. Um, yeah, I'm excited now. We have wound down the baseball season, and it is getting time for the playoffs, and I am ready. Hopefully, you are too. Hopefully, you're enjoying this as much as me, and I'm definitely enjoying being with you all season long with these podcasts. These have been a lot of fun. We still got more to do. Until next time, I will see you later.